The following program contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
You might not remember this story when I talked about it initially, but it is on my channel. And thank you so much to everybody who has been supporting these videos and sharing them. It is so important to try to get these babies justice because for this little angel right here, her name is London Kerr. She doesn't get to speak for herself nor defend herself. That's why the public needs to come out and speak against the people who have hurt this baby, right? So we're going to continue to keep getting justice. We're going to give you a little bit of a background on this story and go from there. Oklahoma is taking an L for this, all right? Let me give you a disclaimer, and we'll go from there. Shout out to our friend in the chat for this. Here we go.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
And that is brand new. So thank you to our friend, Mommy of Three Kids. That is who that is. And if y'all remember that face right there, that's where the story comes from. So I'm getting this update from people.com. So thank you for the article. So police are investigating the disappearance of an Oklahoma woman's 2-year-old daughter. That's an age-progressed photo of what she might look like, okay? It's only a possibility, but that's not a guarantee. But that was a little angel at the time. That's London Kerr, okay? So brace yourselves for this. Hold on, I need to give you another disclaimer. YouTube, please don't flag me. This content contains information or material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. We're going to talk about what really happened to these kids and the police reports, and we're going to give the details. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, they uncovered horrific allegations of both physical and sexual abuse. I'm not going to say that again because I don't want to get flagged, but I want y'all to remember that this baby is 2 years old. Physical and S.A. S.A.'d. Ashley Rowland, 39 years old, who was, let me get her face up here real quick so you can see who I'm talking about. On the right-hand side, she keeps changing the color of her hair. I think that might be her natural color because she's in jail right now. And her boyfriend, Joshua Denton, on the left-hand side, which was this clown right here. He looking like a clown. Joshua Denton, 40 years old, are both facing multiple child abuse charges after 4 children living with the couple. Say that again. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. 4 children living with the couple alleged that they were frequently abused by Denton and Rowland by Denton, the man, while Rowland allegedly stood by and did nothing. So she saw something, didn't say anything. She let it happen. She enabled it. Okay? The youngest of the 4, Denton's daughter, also alleged that her own father RAPED'd her in 2023. His own daughter. So allegedly the mother knew about a lot of the stuff that was going on. And I want y'all to remember that this BITCH was so selfish and only thinking about herself so much to the point to where she knew that this man was doing things up to and including S.A.ing little bitty children. And she stayed with him. What type of crackhead, frog, wart face type stuff is this? She literally looks like, I don't know what she looked like. She literally looks like somebody beat her with a damn, what do you call that? With a cotton candy machine. Like for real, she looks ridiculous. Stood by allegedly and did nothing while this man was abusing these little girls in a sexual way. The youngest of 4 reported on her father that he RAPED'd her in 2023 when she was just 6 years old. And I want y'all to remember one of my really good hashtags, hashtag see something, say something. Yes, that one too. But this one, hashtag babies don't lie. Hashtag babies don't lie. I'll believe a baby any day over these damn disgusting fools. I don't believe children would just make something up like this. So yes, I'm going to always be on the side of kids. Okay? So while we're the AFC Advocates for Children, you see the shirt. You can buy the shirt. It's online if you want to get it and support it. This was probably one of my favorite ones, so you might want to go get that. This was according to copies of the couple's arrest warrants, plural, that were obtained by People. Now, detectives learned about these alleged offenses while investigating the whereabouts of a fifth child. Roland's daughter, London Kerr, who the other four children told police they had not seen this little girl since April of 2022. Officers with the Moore, Oklahoma Police Department learned first about London's disappearance in October when the Oklahoma Department of Human Services alerted them to the fact that they had been unable to execute a pickup order for the girl according to the warrants. Why? Because she wasn't freaking there. They could not find her. Detectives eventually located Roland and Denton at a Days Inn, the crappiest hotel, one of the crappiest, probably a 1.5-star hotel at this point. Days Inn ain't what it used to be. They've had better days, right? 8 days later, and questioned the two about the 2-year-old girl, London. Ashley gave her daughter London to a male she knew as Carlos, a man she had bought methamphetamine from, said Sergeant David Comita of the Oklahoma City Police Department. He wrote this in a warrant. So this is the story she gave, and that's what he wrote down. She gave her daughter to some man named Carlos for some meth. It is just hard to believe that people are allegedly that stupid in life. And you know what? It might be possible that maybe she did that, especially if she's going to sit there and stay with a man that's doing this to his own kids. That, to me, that honestly, now that actually sounds believable. But on top of that, the fact that just some random man with a Mexican sounding, a Latin sounding name, that's the name you give up. That's almost like saying I gave my kid to some big burly black man named Jerome. Like, who? What? Just anybody, huh? For some meth. Okay. You wanted to get high. She just ran into a man named Carlos because she wanted to get high. La da da. Now her baby's gone and she don't know why. Hey, hey, because she wanted to get high. She wanted to get high. She wanted to get high. Da 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 da. That sounds ridiculous. And shout out to Tommy, by the way. I'm not trying to steal Tommy's singing. I just wanted to do it. Roland allegedly told officers that she believed Carlos was London's father, a claim that was later debunked in a warrant by investigators given the date that Roland claimed that she and Carlos were physically intimate and London's gestational age at the time of her birth. So this BITCH is so stupid that she don't even realize that you have to get pregnant within a certain time and then you also have to give birth within a certain time. And the fact that she probably is the mother of more of these kids, the fact that she doesn't know that is crazy. That's crazy that a woman wouldn't know her own gestational period. Okay? This all happened in April of 2022, Roland allegedly said, while informing the police that she had not seen her daughter or Carlos since that time. Now, on October 30th of 2024, last year, police arrested Roland and booked her into the Oklahoma County Detention Facility on a charge of child abandonment. The OCPD became part of the investigation at this time and set about conducting interviews with Roland's two sons, who were 15 years old and 16 years old, along with Denton's son, who's 10 years old, and daughter, who is now 8 years old. So these are all good ages that these kids will be able to give you some really, really good insight, especially for everything that they've seen and they've been through. In his interview, Roland's 15-year-old son alleged that Denton, the man, if you could even call him that, I don't want to call him a man, but the male, it's probably a proper term. Let me see. This male was abusive to the 2-year-old little girl London at the apartment and would hit her with a wooden paddle and shoot a brown and black BB gun at her, a little baby. He told police that Denton would allegedly tape him to a chair and then whip him with a belt as a form of punishment. Yes, they're clowns. Please use those clown emojis. We got them in the chat. Please use them. Right? Denton then allegedly told the boy he would kill him or make him disappear if he ever spoke about the abuse, according to the warrants, and I can believe that. I know this story sounds crazy of what these are real humans going through. This could have been some neighbor in your own backyard. Y'all wouldn't have known this type of stuff these children are suffering and dying through. That's why I want to speak on this. So just be woke, be aware. Roland later denied her son's allegations in an interview with OCPD and said she never witnessed either of her sons or daughter being abused by Denton, which we all know that's probably bull crap. Detectives said that they were never able to track down or even confirm the existence of a Carlos based on the information provided to them by Roland, who noted she was pregnant with Denton's child at the time of her interview with police. Gross. Denton's, I know there's a lot to follow. I'm sorry. I'm just reading and reading. I'm hoping y'all can follow this, okay? So y'all stay with me. Stick with me. Yes, use those clown emojis, please. The AFC emojis are a little bit different. So we got those real good, nice clown emojis right there, right? Use them, use them, use them, please. Brace yourself for this. Denton's 2 children were interviewed by police next and revealed new allegations of both physical and sexual abuse. Both children told police that they allegedly witnessed their father pouring hot sauce into the eyes of London. He witnessed their father pouring hot sauce into the eyes of baby London prior to her disappearance and locking her into the closet. What did that baby do to deserve that? Nothing at all. She's existing because of these people brought her into this world, and she suffered this horrific potential death because these people just hate life and hated her for no reason. Crazy. This is about to get graphic, so brace yourselves. Even worse. The warrants say that shortly after police interviewed the 4 children, Denton's daughter alleged to her therapist that she was sexually assaulted by her father. I'm not going to read that again. She later said in a forensic interview that her father allegedly RAPED'd and SODOMIZED'd her. I can't read that word either. Y'all have heard the term Sodom and Gomorrah? Think of the first word of that and you get it. Said in a forensic interview that her father R'd her and S'd her and that Roland walked in and saw them with no clothes on, according to the warrants. So they're saying that she's lying, and I believe that she's lying too. That young girl also said that Roland, the mother, told her London was going to live with her dad a year prior to her alleged SA assault, according to the warrant. And I'm having to be careful because YouTube is flagging me. YouTube, please don't flag me. I'm trying my best to just read this document without being flagged. I shouldn't be flagged for just telling the truth of what happened to these kids. She said that Rowland told her this on the same day that she told Rowland about the things that were going on in the house. Police then conducted a search of a storage space owned by Denton and Rowland, where they found a wooden paddle and a BB gun. Both, of course, which matched the descriptions provided by all 4 children during their interviews. So clearly, they're not lying. So far, so good. Denton and Rowland were both arrested on August the 5th and booked into the Cleveland County Detention Center. So that's like South Oklahoma. Denton is charged with lewd acts with a child, forcible sodomy, pattern of criminal offenses, and 6 counts of child abuse. His bail has been set at $500,000. Rowland, the woman, the female, is charged with a pattern of criminal offenses and 2 counts of enabling child abuse. Her bail has been set at $300,000. Denton and Rowland do not have legal representation at this time, according to their court dockets. London, who turns 6 next month, is still listed as missing. Just so you guys know, they don't have a body. They don't have anything. Chances of finding her, who knows? What's the name of the... Oh, okay, I got you. If you suspect child abuse, call the National Child Abuse Hotline at 800-4CHILD or 800-422-4453, childhelp.org. All calls are free, confidential, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in 170 languages. Do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up while you're watching. And please, let's take a look at these news videos. Let's get it.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Y'all do me a favor and please share this video so the more thumbs up you hit, the more it helps us share this story, okay? So here we go. Let's take a look. We only got a couple news videos. Here we go.
The bottom line here, 5-year-old London Kerr is still missing. She hasn't been seen since 2022. Police say the 2 people caring for her aren't helping find her. And now they say they were also abusing other children. This is a brand new picture of London taken before her disappearance. Her mother, 39-year-old Ashley Rowland, and caregiver, 40-year-old Joshua Denton, now both in police custody, arrested Tuesday in OKC. KOCO obtaining court documents this afternoon outlining horrific details of child abuse involving multiple children over the course of several years, including allegedly pouring hot sauce into the eyes of the child, and other incidents too horrific for our newscast. While they work on those cases, police say they're focused on finding London.
Our investigators so far haven't learned much to this point. There's been a lack of credible information given to investigators as to the whereabouts of this young girl. So we're still actively working the case.
More police were originally working this case. They told us last year Rowland gave London to someone who was selling meth to her. They put out a statement today urging anyone with information to come forward. Now, I asked police where they are looking for the child. He says everywhere, no location is off the table. Reporting live in the newsroom, Olivia Hickey, KOCO 5 News.
Oklahoma City police have taken over the case involving a little girl who's been missing for 3 years.
Let me show you London Kerr, who would currently be about 5 years old. This is a picture from 2022. 2 people have been arrested in her disappearance, and investigators believe, horribly, she suffered extreme abuse. News 4's Sydney Batzloff joins us from the Oklahoma City Police Department with the latest on the investigation. Sydney.
Kevin, Jolene, this case may sound familiar. That's because we've reported on it before. More police were the ones originally taking over the case. They even made an arrest to the mother of the little girl back in the end of October. And now they turned that to the OSBI. But now the Oklahoma City Police Department has gotten involved assisting OSBI. Now, London Kerr hasn't been seen since 2022. She's now roughly about 5 years old. And what we've learned from Oklahoma City Police is that there's been 2 new arrests with this case. They've arrested London Kerr's primary caregivers, 39-year-old Ashley Rowland. Now, this is the same person that was arrested back in October. She actually bonded out and was released in November. This is London's mother. Again, her name is Ashley Rowland. And we've also learned that 40-year-old Joshua Denton has been arrested on multiple complaints of physical and sexual abuse. Now, following these arrests, investigators say they were given a lack of credible information related to the little girl's whereabouts.
There's lack of merit. There's some of the stories that haven't panned out by those who we believe may have some more information than what they're coming forward with. So all of that makes it quite a complex case.
The mother, Ashley Rowland, originally told officers that London was with her father in Georgia. That ended up not to be true. She then told investigators she gave her to a man named Carlos from Mexico who was selling drugs. And new court documents are also revealing the man arrested, Joshua Denton, has been accused of abusing London in the past. Those allegations include pouring hot sauce into her eyes and shooting her with a BB gun. Again, police say stories here are not adding up, and they're hoping that anyone with information will come forward on the whereabouts of 5-year-old London Kerr. For now, reporting live in downtown, Cindy Batzloff, Oklahoma's News 4.
Yeah, well, guys, keep in mind, this case goes back to April 2022, and this girl has not been seen since then. Both suspects each have their own kids. They were key witnesses for police.
I know that some of the criminal offenses that occurred were in Oklahoma City.
Ashley Rowland and Joshua Denton, both arrested this week after this girl, London Kerr, vanished. She's Ashley's daughter. Oklahoma City police are the lead investigators, but London Kerr's case involves the Moore Police Department too.
The primary caregivers or people who were last known to be with that child.
Let's go back to September of 2024. Court records show more police officers learned DHS had talked with Ashley Rowland, who said London was with her father in Georgia. That turned out to be false. Weeks later in October, DHS showed up to the home where they thought London Kerr was living with her mom. But the residents there told police they hadn't seen London in 2 or 3 years.
She would be a different age than when she went missing at this point.
London was 2 years old in 2022 and would be 5 now. When police interviewed Ashley Rowland, the court documents say she gave her 2-year-old to a man known as Carlos, who she had bought meth from in the past. In the documents, it says, quote, he was possibly London's father, but Ashley was not sure. Carlos had told Ashley he was going back to Mexico.
Pause right there. Going back to Mexico. He's going back to Mexico, right? So that would make Carlos Mexicano, Mexican. On top of that, if she's done this with him multiple times in exchange for drugs and doing strange things for a little change, don't you think that she would be familiar enough to know this man's name, his information, cell phone, something? She'd be able to get a police something. And that's why I think that she's just making this crap up as she goes. Yes, I think she's lying.
She was arrested in October last year, but bonded out of jail. However, Ashley later said she lied to investigators and said Carlos did not sell drugs or do any meth.
We don't have very credible information from, as I said, the people that assumed responsibility or had custody of this child. And so when we take over an investigation, we have to go back and look at what's already been documented and go from there. So time is of the essence.
But the documents also show Ashley and her boyfriend, Josh Denton, each had other kids who told police they endured multiple instances of abuse themselves and witnessed abuse on London too. The court documents say a 15-year-old saw Denton hit London with a wooden paddle and even shot a BB gun at her. That same teenager told police he was duct taped to a chair and hit with a belt. The documents say, quote, Josh threatened to kill him if he told police and additionally threatened to make him disappear. Other kids were interviewed by police in March this year, including an 8-year-old who said she also witnessed physical abuse on London. And investigators learned this 8-year-old was sexually abused by Josh. But in the midst of all this, police are still looking for London Kerr, still missing and still endangered.
We get a lot of answers in some cases with tips or new information that we can receive with the public's help.
And as far as where the child is, police say it's completely unknown. They would not give us a specific area. In Oklahoma City, Jason Berger, KOCO 5 News.
We have an update in the case of a missing little girl. This is London Kerr. She would have been around 2 years old when this photo was taken, but police say she hasn't been seen since 2022 and today would be about 5 years old. Now, this case we first reported last year out of Moore. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation was also searching for the little girl. Now, Oklahoma City police say 2 people have been arrested for child physical and sexual abuse. Those 2 people, this little girl's caregivers. They're asking anyone with any information to come forward.
I'm going to be real. Very similar to a lot of stories. I honestly don't see a positive outcome with this. Some random man named Carlos, if that were the case, maybe there might be a chance of getting this baby back. I just think that it's all bull crap. And I think this child does not exist. I mean, you guys have heard stories about these children being buried in ceilings and walls and false floors and shallow graves and thrown in ponds and lakes and the worst things possible, right? So I do not expect for there to be a positive outcome. It's been years at this point, and we've heard absolutely nothing. But, I wish these people had something other than ice pumping in their chest where their heart should be, and that they would actually tell us so we can get some closure in this story. I mean, they're already going to have to suffer for what they did. They're horrible people, might not even survive the whole prison ordeal, but nonetheless, I don't expect for stupid people to do good things, okay? So to London Kerr, Princess, we'll keep you in our prayers, but the likelihood of finding her is just not very likely. So we do not have a lot of hope in that. Keep in prayer for the children who did survive this, who we hope will thrive and recover. Thank you to those who had the strength and courage, those kids, to testify against their own parents for all the horrible things that they did, and thank you for exposing their lies. I believe them kids any day of the week. Thank you so much for listening to the story, and keep those older kids in your prayers, okay? Thank you.